Hi everyone. I did try to grow some carrots indoors during the winter time. It's now February. But what I did was I did plant them outside at the end of summer for them to come up. But what I'm showing that some of these carrots, they're very small. And so I did use some though to cook and to make soup. They're small. Like for example, this is them, and what I want to do right now is this is what they look like now. They're a royal mess. They're a mess because they're very close. What I did was I had poured the seeds in, and I didn't think they will grow, but they did start to grow. And so the end of the summer, when I thought they were still growing, I brought them in. And so I have carrots in there. I'm plucking one out like this size. And as you can see, this is, I'm not sure if you can see it up close. I'm going to take a picture of this. Because this camera, I'm by myself, this is zoom. But this is the carrot right here that I have right here. This is it. And so this is small, but I've had bigger ones. I have pulled them out. So what I'm doing is that I'm pulling them out to give them more space to grow. I think that they can grow more. I'm going to put more soil in and space them and throw out the smallest one. The smallest one. For example, this one right here, this I'm going to keep. And then I did use something. They're not all small. They're small. They're not all long. There's not a lot of soil in the pot, if you can actually see. But for example, here's one. I did use these, like carrots like these. I did use these carrots like this when I'm cooking, or I eat these carrots on their own because they were pretty big. So what I'm going to do is untangle all of this mess. I'm going to cut it down so they can grow some or leave some leaves on them, and then just put some, space them as much as possible and put more soil into this pot. But you can grow carrots inside, guys, because I did grow this inside, and I was able to pull some out over the time. And I did put them in different containers too that I knew was my fruit containers that had no type of chemicals in it, pesticide or anything else like that. Very afraid of that. So I did stick some into my other plants, and as they grew, I pulled them out during the winter time. But this is one of the carrots that I use. It's a little bit bigger than this. It's a smaller one. But they never got any bigger than this. So I would call them my baby carrots as I pull them out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut some of these things down and then figure out how to put these things back into the pot because they're so tiny. Look how small these things are. But they do come up though. Some of them are bigger than others, but I think they have a chance of growing. So I am going to cut, because I want this video to be very long, and then put them in, and then you can see what they look like after. But I do have some big size carrots come here. And then some just died because I'm just yanking these things out. Maybe I should cut before I start to yank. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. This one here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put 3 of them in a row. I think I'm going to do that. Like this one here, I'm going to keep it this size. I didn't water it yet. I just don't want a mess all over my sunroom right now. I'm going to keep this one too. So some of them really were growing, and I hope it continues to grow after I cut these things down because I'm cutting them down. when people see it, they go, why don't you space those things? And because I didn't expect them all to grow, but they did. This looks like a good one too. Put it back and see if it will grow. Just one baby carrot, and that's it. You know, things I can pull out. I did use it to make soup. I did use it to do that. So that's that. And I'm just going to see if I actually give them a chance how big they will get, because some of them are really trying to grow, but they don't have enough space to grow. Some of them are healthy enough to grow, and I think if I give them, like this one here, if I give it enough chance to grow and space to grow, will it grow? Because I just dumped the seeds in. I just didn't know that they were actually going to grow and stay growing inside the house. But of course, they're under the grow light too, so that does help. But I think that I underestimated their ability to grow inside the house, and they did. I don't think I want them just maybe an inch bigger for some of them, but wider, fatter, in a wider width, I should say. And I think that they can get there. It's just that I had them bunched in. Can you imagine all these carrots right next to each other? They grow as big as the space they have. And since I did not space it, they didn't have enough space to grow. So I'm going to see that if I actually space them, if they'll grow bigger. As I pulled some out, they did get bigger during the winter time, still winter of course, but during the time that they were inside the house, the few months they were inside the house, they did get bigger. So this is what I have here. If you can see, they're much spaced, and I'm going to water this and put it back under the grow light. It's inside the house, of course, and then I have these here. I think I'm going to keep a few more and then see if I could put them in some other, like I said, some other, oh my gosh, some other pots inside the house, and then that is about it. But they need some space. Maybe I'll just put a few more. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. So I'm going to put these in and see if it comes back. I'm not sure if it will. And so I'm going to plant these and see how many of them come back, because I did cut off most of the leaves. But you can grow, and I'm telling you, I've been eating carrots from this basket and around my other edible beds. I did put one in here, but it's growing through the mesh, so I really can't pull that out. But I do have a lot here, small ones. I'm going to put them around. You never know what will happen. But what I do know is that I had carrots, and they were pretty good size, a little bit bigger than the biggest one I showed you in this video, and they did grow inside the house. And that is because I did not space them. They were clumped together like this, and they grew by the space that they had available to them. So I did space these as much as possible. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of threes, and so I have 8 times 3 equals 24. And I did put an extra couple in there to give me 30. So at least 30 carrots are here, just baby carrots, and just I pull them out, I cook with them, I make my soup with them, and I just, you know, and then that is it. And so this is what I need, and it's something I like doing, and I thought it wouldn't work, and so that's why I dumped the seeds in, but this thing grew, and it grew a lot. So this is it, guys, and I'm happy that I tried it. I cannot believe that I actually tried to grow carrots inside the house, but they did grow, and I did use some, and that's that big one that you said, a little bit, I will call it my little big one, or my big little one. That one was really good, because those are the ones I pulled out, and I had them around in different places where the grow lights are that helped, and so they came to that size, and they were able to be used. But I also made sure I put them in organic soil, but I also put them in soil. I do not throw anything else in. I don't spray that soil. And so this is what I have here, guys. Have a good one, guys, and thanks for being here with me. Bye.